Yo, what is good? Welcome back to another video, and for this video I'm going to be showing you guys how you can re-roll your infinite Z-Royale rewards. First step, what you're going to want to do is the infinite Z-Royale. Do it regularly, reach 50k, but do not turn in that first ticket. You're going to refresh into a new night cycle. During this night cycle, you're going to want to search for rare cards. Before searching for rare cards, make sure one of the battle zones is near the ticket building. You can fast travel to other battle zones to find these rare cards. Make sure when you are collecting these rare cards, you are doing the task until you have a remaining 1 to 2 points, depending on how much time you have left. Step 3, once you have your bonus cards 1 point away from completion. I ended up healing at a Pokemon Center and saving as well. But now you can challenge using the first ticket. Beat Challenger first, then complete the remaining task before it hits daytime, which is nicer to have a battle zone nearby. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that right now. I had to write this down because I was confusing myself just to like freestyle it, so it made it a little bit confusing, but I'll show you guys how to do this. So how we're going to repeat the process once we do all this is you're going to hit X, B, and the D-pad up. It's going to start up from my backup data. I'll show this again on when you're supposed to be doing this whole backup data thing. You don't have to do it now at the start of your startup. So like I said, I ended up saving at a Pokemon Center, and all I have to do now is fast travel here. I can't pronounce this place, so I ended up just calling it the ticket building, Quesarito or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do the first challenger ticket. So I already collected my 50k for the first ticket. And one of the most important things to note about this is to make sure you have done your first ticket, and to make sure that you have these rare cards. The rare cards is what pretty much is 20k, pretty much these highlighted numbers over here. So you want to have, to make it easier, is to have two 20ks, maybe a 6k, a 5k, 4k is fine too. Make sure you have them. I was very fortunate enough to get this, by the way. I have these remaining 1 point away. So let's go ahead and do our first ticket challenge. And you'll see why it's important to have a battle zone nearby. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be Corbu. I've been getting a big nugget because for the first challenger, the game is already like, hey, you're going to get a big nugget. Of course, we don't know that yet until we actually do it for the first time. That's when we just know. But after you keep repeating this process, you already know you're going to get a big nugget. But let me go ahead and skip this, and I'm going to go ahead and challenge Corbu, Corbau, whatever his name is. All right, we have defeated Corbu for the first time. We're going to go ahead and collect our big nugget. Okay, that's not what we wanted. That's totally fine. Make sure after you do this, do not do anything that'll trigger like autosave. Like, don't fast travel anywhere, because I think at some point the game does save, but with the backup data it's a little bit different. I'm not too sure how that works, but we're gonna go ahead and do the remaining tasks that we have. So that's what we were trying to get at here. So let's go ahead and do the Shadow Claw. And then we could do the whole gunk shot thing. Okay. And I believe we're going to be at like 48, which is totally fine, because look at this. Look at this. This is going to stack huge. Imagine if the Z-Royale was like that. Oh my goodness, that'd be beautiful. So let's go ahead and do the last one. I know the Starmie's over here. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna get the 2k points off of him. And I think his second mon is gonna be a Gyarados. So this is why it's important to have a battle zone near you. As you can see how much time I have left during the night cycle. It's pretty brutal. That's why you gotta hope that you find your cards pretty fast and you're just mainly focusing on finding the cards. It's the tedious part, but once you got it down, instead of like having to constantly do the infinite Z-Royale multiple times where you're getting like really bad cards where it's only like 5k, 3k, and whatnot, just rookie numbers. But look how fast we got our ticket for the next challenge. Now for this one, the reward is always going to be different, but I believe the opponent will always be the same. I think it's Zavi, if I'm not mistaken, or it's always randomized too. Okay, so yeah, it's different. So this time we got Emma. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight Emma, and I will bring you back into the reward selection. Alright, so we defeated Emma for the first time, and we're gonna see what the reward is that we're gonna get on this run. And then I'm gonna do it again. I'm pretty much just gonna skip just so we don't have to watch the whole battle process, but I'm gonna do it again just to show you guys the reward is gonna be different. So let's go ahead and collect that reward. I think the last reward I ended up getting a moon ball, but not for the video. Let's see what we get. Alright, so we got a big nugget. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole backup save data since we didn't get the item that we wanted. So we're gonna go ahead and enter the game. And on this startup menu, all you're gonna do is hit X, B, and the up D-pad at the same time. And we're gonna start up from the backup data. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna end up back at the Pokemon Center, and I'm gonna just do the whole process again. All right, we're at the Pokemon Center, and I'm pretty much just gonna fast travel back to Course Tico. And I'm basically gonna do the same thing until I get the item that I want. I'm gonna challenge the first challenger with the ticket that I got. It's always gonna be Corbu, and we're always gonna get the big nugget. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this challenge ticket first, and then we'll go back into doing the second challenger. And it is Corbu, so we're gonna go ahead and challenge him. All right, so we just defeated Corbu, and we're gonna collect our big nugget, and then we're gonna do our last remaining ticket task cards. So it's always gonna be the same reward. I'm gonna go ahead and do the tasks. All right, so I just finished the remaining points that I needed. It's pretty much just rinse and repeat, unfortunately, but like I said, it's better than having to do all those task rewards. Instead of constantly collecting all these cards, at least I'm always guaranteed to challenge almost instantly. It could be Emma still, or it's going to be somebody else. So, let's see who it is this time. We'll defeat him, and then I'll show you guys what reward I ended up getting. The last reward, it was a big nugget, but we're just going to see if we end up getting a new reward. So, new opponent, maybe a new reward, maybe not. I'm hoping it is a new reward just so I can show you guys. Alright, we just defeated Labane, I don't know. These names are difficult. Let's see what a reward is. Ugh, please let it be a bottle cap. It's a sachet. So, yeah. That's pretty much the process of how to reroll for your items. I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing. Click the home button, and then backup data, and do that whole process again. To summarize everything, just follow the instructions that I have listed here. do the Infinite Z-Royale regularly, reach 50k, do not turn in your ticket, refresh into the new night cycle, and make sure that that ticket building is near, or the battle zone is near the ticket building. Like, you can fast travel to other battle zones. Make sure that when you're collecting the cards, that you are doing the task until you have like 1 to 2 points remaining, depending on how much time you have left. As you saw how much time I had left, and the battle zone was nearby, I was able to do the remaining 1 or 3 points that I had for those specific cards. And then, yeah, once you do all that, you know, you can complete, you challenge the first challenger, then you can complete the bonus cards, and yeah, beat the first challenger, then complete the remaining task before it hits daytime, which we did. We ended up defeating the Garbodor and the Starmie, which, once again, make sure the battle zone is nearby. Best of luck. Let me know if this ended up working out for you. I did see this from another video, but I just wanted to spread a little bit more awareness, because bottle caps and gold bottle caps, or maybe even master balls or special Pokeballs that you want, are a little bit difficult to obtain in this game. You know, nobody wants a King's Rock, nobody wants a Sachet. I don't want a Whipped Doll Dream, or whatever the hell it's called. I don't need that many Slurpuffs, you know what I mean? Those items are supposed to be for evolution. I wish those items were placed in stores where you could just buy them, not get them at random rewards. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and once again, I will link the video of where I seen this from in the description. Best of luck. Peace out.